What's up, everybody? Brett here, back today playing some more StarCraft II. We are picking up where we left off last time, and we've got some conversations to have. Let's go ahead and knock those out, and then we can see about jumping into our next mission. So, go to the communicator.
It's looking bad, Artanis. A lot of dead people down there. We gotta take these bastards out.
What could have led these Terrans to come under Amon's thrall?
They were assigned to some top-secret details, running security at Dr. Narud's hybrid research labs. After Valerian re-established the government, the Mobius Foundation went dark. Last transmissions were chaotic, crazed. Next thing we know, the attack started.
Then Amon has turned them into his slaves, an army. They are dangerous, but they are only the start of the war to come.
You always were the optimistic sort.
Love it. It does give us a chance to fight Terran, which I'm all about. Alright, Rohana's good. Let's see, what else? Yeah, we need to talk to Phoenix.
I have watched this Jim Raynor, studied the archives. I understand why I would respect him so, why I was his friend.
There is more to find in those archives. About Raynor. About yourself, if you have the courage to look further.
I am aware that part of my past may be lost forever. But now is not the time to lament. Certainly not when the glory of battle lies ahead.
I love it every time he does that. He does the Wolverine claws out move. Alright. Check out the mission.
Mobius Corps is making their way to Bennett Port with the artifact. We gotta stop them before they get away with it.
Okay, got it. Recover the Keystone, Brothers in Arms. They've got tanks, they've got Thors. We're gonna get access to the Immortals, finally. Our first, like, actual armored unit that doesn't require a gateway to make. Let's see what our achievements are. Destroy 80 or more enemies affected by the disruption on the Brothers in Arms missions. Okay. Do not let your allies lose more than 5 base structures. Okay, so they're gonna have a bit of a base. I don't remember this mission at all. So, wish me luck, y'all. Oh, check out this sick art. Your Terran allies will aid you in this battle. Attack alongside them to reclaim the Keystone. Yeah, that's always a good strategy in any of these types of missions in Blizzard games, is just to follow your allies in, let them take the initial damage, and then you back clean up.
Welcome to Bennett Port. At least what's left of it. Mobius Corps entrenched themselves here to keep us from the artifact. Valerian's setting up his base now. Once he gets... Oh.
Raynor, what is happening?
The hybrid are channeling void energy into the Keystone. The resulting psionic disruption has overwhelmed the Terrans.
Deploy our Immortals. We need heavy assault to protect these Terrans until the disruption subsides.
Oh, damn.
Man, that's 2 I owe you, Artanis. Felt like I was losing my damn mind.
The Keystone is recharging, Commander. They will surely activate it again soon. We must reclaim it.
You ain't kidding. Let's lock and load, partner.
This is going to be an interesting mission, I feel like. I'm excited. I'm curious how much we'll actually have to protect Raynor and his base.
I heed the call.
And how much of our own base we're going to actually have to protect. Let's add these two together
We can
in a hot
construct
group.
Immortals from the robotics facility. They are quite effective at sieging enemies or defending our allies.
Nailed it. I had a feeling there'd be some minerals or something over here we could make use of.
All right.
Awesome.
My boys are taking this fight to Mobius Corps. And once you got your defenses in place, bring the heat.
So remember we unlocked the tech that makes it so that our assimilators have the ability to harvest without the need of probes. So that cuts down on 6 probes that we need, which also gives us additional supply. There's so much benefit to
Disruption
it.
has hit my forces hard. We've taken heavy casualties, and we're going to need more time to establish our fortifications. Do what you can to keep them at bay.
Already on it. Your position will be secure till they fire off that Keystone again.
Okay, I'm hoping... Let's take just a general look at what kind of bases we're dealing with defending here. I see some resources here. There might be enemies around. Getting this third early immortal might have been a bit ambitious. Well, now I'm thinking maybe not. We've got a secondary base location. It might have been actually just what the doctor ordered.
Several of our Dominion research facilities are reporting that they are under attack. If you can rescue them, I'll return any Protoss technology they've collected to you.
I'm on it, homie. And we're gonna get a second Nexus up and running ASAP.
Our duty is unending.
Can we stop this with what we have? I think we can.
We have liberated a Dominion facility.
Can't believe
Oh,
we
nice.
made it out alive.
A bunch of medics.
Some of our medics will stay behind in case you need them.
You have not enough minerals.
This warrior awakens.
Okay, we're gonna put together a bit of a squad.
I heed the call.
Let's add this Nexus to our hot group.
We meet the enemy.
I don't know how much we want to actually engage with this. It feels like it's just not necessary.
I feel your presence.
If I can't control these medics, I don't know exactly why.
Keystone is about to emit
They're
another
of value
disruption
to me.
nova. The Terrans will be incapacitated while the disruption is active.
But let's see. We do need other buildings. We need a lot of other buildings. Let's go ahead and get some of these created. And we're going to build some defenses here for sure. Okay, do I have enough to defend them? I feel like I do. This is also kind of a good time to go and, like, attack these installations before their buddies show up. As long as we pull back before the actual menace gets here. Ooh, back up. Let's take him at the top of this hill.
Your allies are in battle. Your allies' base is besieged.
Oh, they have way more than I thought they would. I thought they were coming with like another one. But those Immortal Zealots, man. They did the work. Oh, they have another wave? Alright, that's a little less good.
This warrior awakens.
But we're starting to make real money. And we're gonna slow them this time. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. We just need to get them slowed. Ah, we actually missed them. Damn, they just like barely jumped out of it.
The attackers have fallen. Forge ahead to the Keystone's location.
We can definitely attack these guys.
Commander, our forces are ready. The Dominion is engaging Mobius Corps.
It's definitely not the best use of my micro.
I return.
That's not the right one. I was trying to tab and use the other guy. Let's see now. What I really need to do is I need to make a bit of a defensive position. I don't know whether or not they're going to attack me in this mission. But I'll feel a hell of a lot safer with this kind of protection here.
Mobius Corps has turned their sights upon our Nexus. Prepare for battle.
All will worship or be forever silent.
This warrior awakens.
Okay, we intercepted them. Cool. Huh. Later, man. Alright, so there's lots of production that we need to get online. We also definitely need to get some more pylons. But this is kind of an okay downtime to do this in. Let's see, we also could use a dark shrine.
Must construct additional pylons.
Random cargo truck. Yeah, our allies seem to be holding quite well. I think the only time we actually need to be worried about them is during the times where they're incapacitated. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure they're just good. These things are so expensive, but I feel like I need to get some defense at this base. We could probably also afford to throw some of these up. I want to get some DTs. Some of those awesome, like, immortal DTs that we have. And I'm happy with our forces right now. Let's get these both warped into webways, or whatever they're called, warp gates. It's a little Warhammer stuff spilling over. We only need one more of those. We have a excess probe chilling. Get some more base defense. Very good.
Hierarch, I'm detecting a significant energy spike. I expect the Keystone will emit another disruption nova soon.
I don't think there's anything else I need here, so let's just get some more pylons to prepare for when we actually have the ability to use them. Let's get a couple sentries. We always want to have a few of these in every army composition I think that we're going to make. And I know I'm a little bit slow here in the production side of things. But what I really need to do is make a pylon in each base. So I don't know where they're going to attack from. Yeah, it looks like they're going south this time. So let's go that way. Let's come here. Make sure we don't right-click on our buddies. And with those pylons built, we'll be able to warp in as we need. Let's also get some DTs.
Vengeance for ire.
We need 50 of this energy here to use the temporal fields again. Alright, and this time they're attacking with the Reavers, the big boys. You guys need to move. And we've got the double shields. We're using the actual sentries now. So our tankiness should be pretty extreme. I kind of microed a little bit there, but I'm not that worried about it. We've almost got enough to get our next batch of DTs. I want to get, like, I don't know. I mean, I want to get a bunch of them, like 15 maybe. And then at some point, we should probably keep a constant stream of Immortals coming. Let's see. Alright. Like this. Wow, they're still able to attack quite a bit.
We have survived the hybrid's assault. Continue onward, warriors.
Alright, now's a good time to press these little, like, mini bases here.
Damn, that's one hell of a headache. Thanks for the help, Artanis.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
And our guys are sort of respawning now. Yeah, this is a big issue. We don't have enough air. Anti-air, rather. The Marines are backing us up, though. Let's come here and let's make some Stalkers. That's what we're really missing. We might not need a ton of them, but we should have a few of them, for sure. And we want to keep a little bit of a surplus of these, Nice. I didn't realize they would do that.
Establish a fortification line here.
Oh, that's great. Let's go up and take that northern location, too. We're gonna want more gateways, I do believe. Our base is nice and powerful. We're fully fleshed out. Yeah, we just need more gateways. I said in a comment a while ago, I was like, never underestimate my ability to underproduce gateways. Let's see. Let's get 3 more Stalkers. I think that's the play. And then we'll come up here and hit them at this location and perhaps establish another forward base. We can take a second to group up. We've got some units that are still coming. Yeah, let those Zealots take those hits. That's so good for us. Did they already lose this forward base? Wow, that sucks. If they lost that forward base, I mean, that would ruin my my little achievement, which I already have, so it's not a big deal, but You know what I mean?
We've broken their defenses. Let's get some bunkers out there.
We'll help them out over there. So if we're gonna use stalkers, we need to use their blink because it does give them a regen.
Thank you for your help. Our last science vessels are on their way to the front line.
The Keystone is emitting powerful energies. I expect it will fire again soon.
Yeah, and that's why we build base defenses. We're looking solid now. So we're building stuff here, but I mean it's not done yet. I don't know if we were to push out here if they would rebuild. Oh, they are.
Minds shall be torn asunder.
Okay, looks like they're coming to the top. So we'll gather here. We've got a pretty decent attack force now. I'm not really scared of the hybrids anymore. Or are they going south? We can meet them wherever they want to fight. We don't have to fight them in a base or something like that. We do want to meet them, you know, consolidated though.
Very well. Intriguing.
The mortals acting a bit slow. Okay, wait till they engage to drop this. Drop that there in case he moves. Cool, get wrecked. Alright. And then at this location, let's get a couple more zealots, I think. Let's also upgrade these.
This warrior awakens.
Add them to that. A couple more immortals. Make sure we're making use of that that overclocking that we're able to do. I think we should get some more sentries too. It looks like we've lost some of the ones we had. Let's just get 3 more of those bad boys.
With the hybrid's assault stopped, we can move forward once more.
Alright, let's push. Army is quite strong.
For the reckoning. I am the voice of the eclipse.
It went dark there for a while. Good thing you've got our backs.
Okay. Let's not let them just wreck me. And while we're pushing, we'll come back here. Let's get some more zealots. I think we could use more frontliners than anything else.
This warrior awakens.
Stalkers are doing great. We should definitely make a few more of them as well. They are using a lot of Banshees, it feels like, in this mission. We're working our way towards this 3rd and last research facility. And I'm constantly hitting F2 and then attack moving. That way my reinforcements don't get, like, caught up on the way. Let's see, let's go S, 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 S,
Marines,
S,
push
S.
the battle line forward.
Nice. And we have contributed to pushing the battle line forward. Feels good, team. If we don't help out here, at least for this little fight right now, I don't know if they'll be able to actually build. I think we need to sacrifice just a bit. And now we're going to come down and get this research facility. I wish we had faster energy production so we could deploy more pylons. I could be way more active. It's probably just my fault. I could be more active with a probe on the map, trying to make my own pylons.
I am the heart. I am here in the shadows.
Thank heavens. Almost everyone
Look at
died.
these.
Just a few medevacs left. I'll send them to support the Emperor's forces.
Emperor Valerian, we have secured all of the threatened facilities.
I promise you, I won't forget this kindness, Hierarch.
Unseen.
So that's cool for a lot of reasons. So I didn't realize it at the time, but we were actually supporting them with additional units. I thought it was just like spawning a couple of units at their location. They might help us or whatever, but no, they were actively sending them with the forces to help us attack. So I'm a big dummy. Then that makes way more sense. Put that there.
The Keystone is about to emit another disruption nova. The Terrans will be incapacitated while the disruption is active.
Blinking the Stalkers forward does a lot. In addition to giving them that region, it also like frees up my Immortals, my Sentries, everyone else to kind of to move in a better, you know, forward motion without getting caught up on everything. Get some more DTs. Alright, we're catching them right as they come out here.
We move unseen.
Which I'm cool with. Get them Immortals. Definitely keep producing Immortals as well. DTs are like an infinite resource. There's no reason whatsoever to not just build a ton of them. Yeah, we just need to push forward right now. They're not helping. Oh, they have their Dominators, though. Alright, that's a little different. This has become a real fight. Let's freeze them up. We gotta blink forward or else our Immortals will never get into this fight. Alright, let's keep producing more units.
Our enemies have ceased their assault. We must press on until we reach the Keystone.
And we've got 30 seconds now to just wreak havoc on these bases. Take out as much of their production as we can. Oh, right. You guys are reinforcing from the wrong direction.
Get any easier. Time to take them out.
Nice work. That area's secure. I'll set up some defenses.
Looks like we could use some more sentries. I mean, they attack as well. They're not useless. Come down here and get that area. We'll clean up all the peripheral spots first. Check out the stats on these. 1,000, 1,000. And they have enough energy to cast a hell of a lot of shields. Shields is not what I meant to say. I meant to say storms. I'm like mind flooded just a little bit. Hopefully y'all don't mind. Do we need more DTs? Let's get some Zealots. Keep the Stalkers rolling. I like them. I think our build right now is very tanky. The extra regen on the Stalkers, if they were Dragoons, they'd be so in the way right now that our Immortals would never be able to do anything. I like the double shield recharge. I like the Immortal Avengers and the Immortality Protocol on the Sentinels. What do they call it? Reconstruction. What's down here? Another one of these? He's like, cool. Later, man.
Oh man, my car! Why is this
Ha!
happening?
That's awesome. I've never found that Easter egg before. That's hilarious. So, if ever you see that vehicle, I've seen it in other missions and I don't think I destroyed it. If you ever see that car, destroy it and see what the guy says. That's awesome. Slow him up. TP in there. And yeah, with the Terran helping me as well, this just became a ridiculous push. I love those types of Easter eggs, man. That's why I play Blizzard games, you know. Containment field down.
Well, that did it. We pushed Mobius core back. Damn. Look at this place. Even the Zerg didn't tear into the city like this.
Did you know this warrior?
No. But I know his story. I know all their stories. None of them ever think it'll end like this. Reports been coming in from all over. Dominion worlds overrun. Outposts destroyed. A lot more dead boys out there. Warriors.
Death is the fate of all warriors. A fate we too may soon embrace.
Fate ain't written, Artanis. Way I see it, if Zeratul believed you could make a difference in all this, then this fight's just begun.
It is your custom to shake the hand of a friend, is it not?
Give him hell, Artanis.
Not to ruin the moment, but what if he'd have been like, "Nah, it's our custom to kiss," and then Artanis would have been like, "But I don't have a mouth." Just a thought. All right, guys, we did it. On to the next one. I looked up while that cutscene was going on because of course I've seen that before. I was looking up to see the name on the dog tags. It's not the first time they've shown something like that, and I was curious if maybe it was a reference to like one of the people who worked on the game. Maybe they had someone in their family died, maybe even someone like a soldier or something like that, and they wanted to do like a small tribute. People do stuff like that in games. I've seen it in WoW and other places. But no, that was not the case apparently. Not from what I just looked up. It appears to just be like a name they made up. You know, it's cool when they add stuff like that though, little homages to real people.
Rohana! Preserver. Rohana!
Artanis.
Amon.
I see your doubt, your fear. You were so alone, mewling in the darkness. Let me release you, all of you, from the the suffering of this life. The infinite cycle of strife and anguish is at an end.
Your words are little more than poison, Amon. Your actions bring nothing but death.
They bring purpose, an end to a cycle none within had chosen. Your resistance will only bring unneeded suffering.
It has passed, Hierarch. He is gone.
Do you see now why you must separate from the Kala? Its light has faded.
I will keep him at bay. I will endure. I have felt his rage, seen his truth.
If you will not sever your connection to the Kala, then you will be contained, kept in stasis.
I will preserve the Kala however I must. If I must endure imprisonment, so be it.
It's a bold move. Spear of Adun Solar Core. Alright, so we've got more Solarite. Let's talk to Carix first.
Look here, Hierarch. This material self-regenerates. It is no wonder the research of the Terrans claimed it to be from a recent epoch. My projections place it at several billion years old, if not more.
Zeratul vision said that this keystone can guide us unto hope. What do you think it means?
Yes, guide us. It is a code wanting to be cracked. The keystone seems to be able to manipulate energies, but that may not be its sole purpose. I believe it stores its origin point within.
Its origin point?
Yes, I promise you. I will find out how this will lead us to the Xel'Naga.
Redouble your efforts, Carax. There is little time.
Like, well, give me a research assistant or something. Jesus. But yeah, here it is.
Despite their limited understanding of the keystone, it is fascinating that the Terrans managed to wield it as a weapon. I am hesitant to conclude that this was its primary function, or even an intended one.
That's not surprising. We humans get our hands on, like, what is essentially like a glorified flare gun, and we just turn it into this massive weapon of mass destruction. Sounds right.
We shall return the Protoss to glory.
We're good at stuff like that. Okay, so we don't have enough Solarite to do anything. I like our current configuration. I would like to test out the Nexus Overcharge, but I mean, just to show you guys. But if I'm doing my job right, our Nexus should never be, or have to be used as a turret. Like, that's not a thing. You saw how quickly we were able to throw up some pretty robust defenses in that last mission, especially since we were able to expand so quickly to that second base, thanks to a little bit of scouting. The temporal field has been going great for us. I mean, orbital strike is also quite good. I kind of like the temporal fields for now. Hopefully you guys do too. Go to the War Council. We can just talk to her.
I could see the truth of Amon while he spoke through me. He claims his cause is noble, but only darkness and rage fester within.
How much of like a mind F would it be if Amon had like a really nice voice? Because it's so easy to think of him as an evil guy when he's saying stuff like, in the suffering, you know, in that voice. But what if he was saying it in like a really kind voice?
Robotic assault units can now be added to our army, Hierarch.
Alright, so we have the option to go with the standard immortal, but with creates a barrier that absorbs. Is it an activatable? Yes, so I have to activate it, which to me loses a couple points. Whoa, they get an even better barrier? Hold on, let's just read it. So, creates a barrier that absorbs large amounts of incoming damage, deals bonus damage to armored units. Yeah, got it. So we get... Is this an activatable, or is it just its passive? and it's just making it double strength. Huh. I'm not sure. While any willing Templar can volunteer to be made into a Dragoon, only the most revered heroes are now selected to become immortals. Each one is built with heavily reinforced shielding that would be impractical for mass production. Huh. Okay, and then the next one is the Annihilator. This one can attack ground or air. I like that. And it has a shadow cannon. Deal 200 damage target, unit, or structure. That's so powerful. The Nerazim believe that their connection to the void strengthens near death. Some of their warriors have made use of immortal technology to keep themselves in such a state indefinitely. The resultant assault frames possess considerable firepower. So I love the idea that we won't just have the Stalkers. We might even be able to kind of bypass them in our building chain and just use these guys as our anti-air, anti-armor. And then also they have these massive shadow cannons that we can use on stuff like Thors and hybrids. So I'm tempted to at least test the Annihilators first, and then if we just want to go with a more passive style build, which is kind of what I talked about in the last mission, how just all of our units are so robust and hard to kill. I like the idea of the Immortals with that. So yeah, let's test out the Annihilators. Plus they look cool. Let's head to the bridge. Talk to Vorazun.
Amon's reach extends further than I ever imagined.
This war has only begun. It is one that will test our every limit.
Zeratul believed that the Xel'Naga lived, and that they would aid us.
I have heard his prophecies as well. It is said that the Xel'Naga come from a world that exists where none should. From there, all life in our universe takes its root. Our forebears searched for it, but nothing beyond legend was ever found.
And you? Do you believe as Zeratul did?
Zeratul killed my mother, Artanis. I will always hate him for this. I will always hold him in the highest contempt.
Raja Ghul was corrupted by the Queen of Blades, Matriarch.
Yes, I know that now. Reason has no bearing on emotion. Our kind embraces this more than yours.
Zeratul grieved for her as well. His sense of guilt drove him to uncover the ancient prophecies, to find hope for our people.
You will forgive me if I do not place my faith in the words of an exile.
Man, everybody's always hating on him. Nuts.
Hey there, your royal finesse. Man, this is weird. I've never talked to no Protoss before. Hey.
If I have learned one thing from your commander Raynor, it is that we are not so different, Rory Swan. Continue your report.
Right. So, the artifact, the keystone thingy's all yours. We're in the middle of transmitting all our data to your engineer.
You have my thanks. Please relay my appreciation to Commander Raynor.
Hey, you got it, Skippy.
Skippy?
That's why I love this game. Okay. Celestial Array. Swan's a great character. Solar core sometime later.
Hierarch, I see the master construction of the Xel'Naga now. Their understanding that energy, essence, and information are all one. Each interchangeable, each mutable.
Then you uncovered the information Zeratul foresaw within this keystone.
I have. From what I understand, it will lead us to Ulnar.
Ulnar. It is a place of myth. A realm whispered of in our legends.
The homeworld of the Xel'Naga. I believe the keystone can project its location.
Show me, Karax.
It cannot be. I must be in error.
The Alterian Rift.
That is impossible. Nothing could survive within such unrelenting forces. It appears I have failed you, Hierarch.
I do not believe so, Karax. It is said that the Xel'Naga came from a place where no life should be. This aligns with Zeratul prophecies. We will go in. Make preparations at once.
Jesus Christ. Now this is where like the story starts to get like crazier.
Zeratul, many thought you mad. And yet, once more, you have seen truer than us all. The Keystone leads us into the Altarian Rift, to the Xel'Naga home of Ulnar. It is my destiny to carry your mantle, old friend. I will wake the Xel'Naga and honor your legacy.
So, like, just a quick, like, nitpick here. We went from basically not knowing or understanding anything about the Xel'Naga at all, except that they were just this extinct race that apparently created us, right? Vague prophecies, bare minimum knowledge. Now, in this one game, we were essentially just kind of given, we know like their birthplace and home world and like their deeper purpose. We've communicated with Amon, who's been awoken. Like, so much has happened. Even just in the last like 5 minutes or whatever, we were like, Karax, figure out the keystone. And Karax is like, this is impossible. Like, it'll take forever. And he's like, yeah, just do it. And then literally a minute later, Karax is like, I think I understand the mysteries of the universe. And he's like, from all the mysteries I just uncovered, we now know literally where the Xel'Naga come from to like pinpoint. And they're all just throwing around words that we haven't heard before, like the Altarian Rift and Ulnar. I mean, it's cool. You gotta progress the story somehow. I just feel like it's slightly unearned, and that would be like my biggest nitpick. If this was a book that I was reading, it would be a little weird, right? It's just a little bit fast for this type of progression of like galactic scale, billions of years type of knowledge, and then like we just know about it in a minute just because Karax is a super genius. All right, in this mission, can we actually go somewhere else? Is there even another option? There isn't. Okay, so in this mission, we're going to unlock the High Templar and the Phoenix. So we're going to get our first air unit, but it's really only to attack other air units. And then the High Templar, which I always suck at using, even though storms are awesome. But let's do it.
Between universes.
Zeratul was right. It is Ulnar. Think of it, Matriarch. The cradle of all life, hidden all these years.
Yes, but why?
Just what looks to be a giant Xel'Naga ship. Wow, look how cool. What a sweet background. Let's go see if there's anything... Yeah, okay, we got a lot of talking to do. Let's talk to Phoenix.
I pondered the events that brought me here. There is much I should remember, but do not. My body is machine, like the purifiers.
But you are not like them.
I must know the truth of what I am.
What you will uncover may not be desirable.
It is time I face that.
The ship's data center has uploaded the recent annals and has much of the history you have lost. I hope you find the answers you seek, friend Phoenix.
How Zeratul foresaw the Keystone would lead us here is uncanny. It is now clear that it was this device's primary purpose.
Zeratul was in touch with an expression of reality beyond my understanding.
This place should not exist. It defies all decrees of science, shatters all understanding of astral mechanics.
I once thought we Protoss had reached the pinnacle of attainable knowledge. I was a fool. There is far more in the galaxy than exists within Protoss understanding, friend Karax. I know this now.
The Keystone is reacting to an energy source within Ulnar. It's as if the Xel'Naga are calling it home.
I welcome you, Hierarch.
Yeah, let's talk
It
about
is
it.
hard to believe we stand above Ulnar, the home of the Ihan-Ri, the Xel'Naga. The Judicators theorized the Xel'Naga left Aiur to return to a place such as this. It is said they slumbered through the ages.
Zeratul believed the artifact would lead us unto hope. The Xel'Naga may be the hope he spoke of.
If the legends are true, then the Xel'Naga are below, awaiting their children to awaken them.
Then let us hope so.
The Keystone's like an alarm clock. Just gonna wake them up.
Hierarch, it appears we cannot receive transmissions while we are within the rift. We have been cut off.
Alright, no problem. Check out what our mission actually is. And get it done.
The Spear of Adun's sensors have located what appears to be an access way into the temple. Our starships are prepared to move on your command.
Okay. It's not giving me a lot of data. We will need Phoenix for this. Let's see what we have to do here. Destroy the Titanic warp prism in less than 10 minutes. Okay. And then take control of a celestial lock in less than 6 minutes and hold it for the duration of the Temple of Unification mission. Interesting. So speed is what I need on this one. Maybe I can do it. I won't be really focused on that, but I'll be fast if I can. Warp gates can instantly reinforce your army at any location with a pylon. You can use this tactic for both offense and defense. Absolutely.
Here lies the resting place of the Xel'Naga. We must find a way to unseal this access way if we are to awaken them. Grand Preserver, what do you know of the temple in the depths below?
Only myth, legend. Here upon Ulnar, the destined races will seek ascension. Their very presence shall open the way forward. I believe these celestial locks are the key. Our forces should claim them in the hopes the way forward presents itself.
Hierarch, the Tal'Darim are here. They are taking control of the celestial locks.
The voice's demands are clear. Keep the temple sealed.
As long as they control the locks, the secrets of the temple will remain hidden from us.
Warriors, engage the enemy and reclaim the locks. Amon will not have his victory so easily.
Got it. Start producing. Do the normal thing. Make our hot groups. We have air upgrades now. I don't know how heavily we'll be focusing on that.
Can now warp in phoenixes. They are extremely mobile and effective at engaging our enemy across long distances.
They're also just pretty damn cool. If you make a huge pack of them, you can just pick up all the enemy units. And then it disables them, and your Phoenix can then hit them from the air. So it's pretty cool. Make a Zealot. There's a secondary base right here. We're going to want that ASAP.
For the reckoning.
Wish I hadn't made that Zealot now, because it would have put us 100 minerals closer to our next Nexus. I will still continue to make a probe, but I'm going to do it one at a time, because we need to save up to make that second Nexus. So I'm not going to, like, you know, put a bunch of them in queue. I want to get it as soon as I can. Come on, let's go. I love how fast we harvest Vespene, though. You can see we're slowly gaining on it. I think we need 400. Yeah, let's just send you. You get over there. By the time this probe gets there, we should have a second Nexus online. And operating on 2 bases is so strong for us. That's where you really hit your stride at like around 3 bases, like where you can just push out as much production as you want.
You have not enough minerals.
But that's just it's not realistic in these types of missions. Get a few extra queued. I don't know whether or not I should push out here. We see all these locks. I'm familiar with this map actually as a custom map that you can do in the fun missions that this game has, which I might do like a bit of a series on at some point. I know I'm not describing them well right now, but they're super fun. Let's get this pylon here. It's a free pylon, but it's also going to make for a nice defensive position. We need to get a forge online. There we go. Let's get a shield battery as well.
To our nexus point.
I'm on it. Just build whatever we can for right now. Perfect.
You have not enough minerals.
This should be enough to fight whatever we've got to fight. Let's get this battery up. Nice. I love that these are set to do it automatically, so that I don't have to actually, focus on making that happen. It does have quite the cooldown, though. But if you get like 20 of them, you can roll pretty deep with Phoenix. Let's get these assimilators online and just never have to worry about Vespene gas again for the rest of this mission. Okay. Make a sentry. Let's start getting some production on the way. And let's start now with shields. And get as much in terms of shields as we can. Where's my extra probe, buddy? There you are.
Hierarch, the Tal'Darim have deployed a titanic warp prism. If its core is similar to our own, the reactor is made of pure solarite. If possible, we should destroy it and claim the reactor to enhance our solar core.
Alright, no problem. You know what? Let's go. I don't know. Let's see, where's the timer? It hasn't been 6 minutes. Well, we could have moved much faster and we could have definitely got that achievement.
Once Amon's forces have been defeated, our warrior's presence should allow us to lay claim to the lock.
So we'll take them out. Wow, will we get it? Holy crap.
The lock is now ours.
We have to hold this for the rest of the mission.
Patterns indicate once we control the other 4, the temple will open.
Okay. Now I think is a pretty good time to D up a little bit. And also to produce some extra gateways. And perhaps even we could go... I don't really want to skip Immortals. I feel like Immortals are going to be a big part of this strategy as well. They're just... I want to test out those new... Oh, are they Nerazim?
You have not enough minerals.
They seem pretty cool. So let's focus on that. You can come harvest. Make sure we're constantly producing. There we go. Let's add this to our research. Finally, we get tier 2 stuff.
We are one with the shadows.
Alright, and I put that forward pylon not only so that I could warp there, but also so that I could build defensive stuff at some point.
Your probes are under attack.
Making sure everything's within range. Got 100 shields. Yeah, seems good, guys. Gonna want to get, like I've always said, gotta get some DTs online as well. Let's just build some pylons sort of all over here. Get that full base coverage. And let's try and solidify this location as well. Maybe one more cannon. No, you went in the exact wrong spot, you goof. Alright. So you're going to be my builder. Is there anything else that I need to build? I would like to get some more Stargates. Make at least one of those. And we need to sort of update our hot groups here. There we go. Alright, good stuff. Get a couple more zealots. Hopefully I remembered everything correctly. In that we actually needed what I thought we needed. Which is just to hold one of these in 6 minutes and not lose it.
Upgrade complete.
And I think we had another one to like take 2 of these in a short amount of time, in 10 minutes or something like that, which we could have easily done. I haven't been as focused on being aggressive and pushing out. Get some sentries. Because what I would like to do now is take one of my probes that I'm kind of not using, and its job is going to be to do this. Come here, secure these locations.
You have not enough minerals.
And build some stuff. Just throw up basically like instant bases. There's a lot of minerals here that I don't really need. Yeah, let's start getting that online.
Be on guard. Amon's servants are moving to seize a lock.
Which one? Does it tell me? Or are they just going to take my lock? Oh, interesting. They're coming up from behind, which is kind of why I was making a bit of a... like a circular defensive spot. Ooh, wow, we're actually going to lose a cannon there. Alright, let's protect this a little bit better. And that should be enough to hold this location. Alright, we've got quite the force now. I think we're good to go. Just make sure we've got research being done at all times. Yep, that was all about to finish, so I'm glad we did that. Make another sentry, and let's come over here and take this location. And let's get just an overwhelming number of Phoenix. To where every time we roll up to a fight every 25 seconds, you know, they just pick up everything. And they render these fights very easy for us. Oh, nice. Hell yeah, that looked very cool. Alright, let's get another probe, or another pylon rather, here. We do need a probe there as well. This little buddy. And let's start designing our next defensive location. That way we do not have to babysit it if we don't want to.
Teleport successful.
And let's see. Let's actually change this to there. I don't quite like them just running out like that. More upgrades underway. Let's get perhaps some more stalkers.
Let our enemy know our fury. I am here.
Oh, what the hell? I left this alone for like a second and they already destroyed everything. Alright, that was my bad. Let's do that. Send the Phoenix that way. Alright, luckily the pylon is still here. It sucks to lose the resources. Okay. Well, this apparently was not quite strong enough. I didn't really think about them attacking, like, strictly from that angle.
Upgrade complete. Engaging the enemy.
Alright, let's go get them here. Maybe more monoliths is just what's needed. Just some bigger, heavier hitters. Let's go free up this next location. More Phoenix, please. Yeah, our big hang-up right now is just minerals. Let's take this real quick. And it's our hang-up is minerals because we're building a hell of a lot of expensive defensive stuff. Probably should even build more shield batteries than I'm building. I'm only building the one.
You have not enough minerals.
Let's get that. It's probably a base up here or something.
Pull back from the enemy base. We must focus on the celestial locks. Teleport successful. I serve.
Yeah, and this is where the Phoenix just wrecked.
Base is under attack. We embrace the glory.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. And we've lost a bit of our force here.
Base is under attack.
We managed to hold. Some small costs. But we cleared out this ramp, which is something we had to do.
For the reckoning.
We meet the enemy in battle.
Okay. Let's get some DTs.
Engaging the enemy.
More Phoenix. A couple Annihilators.
Upgrade complete.
Our upgrades are going pretty damn well, though. Yeah, we're done on the air upgrades. Alright, so we know now that after we take this, they're going to send a bit of a force to come in to reclaim it. Let's get that extra 100 Vespene while we're here.
So shall it be.
Yep, and let's get a pylon. And let's send a probe. Okay, what do we want? Well, let's start by getting some support units. Yeah, nice. And they're going to help us recharge those shields. We might even want to get like 3 more of those.
Time for battle.
There we go. Speed up our production. Keep the sentries up. Make sure we've got stalkers. Is this region health or shield? Yeah, just shield. Okay. Alright, here comes an attack force. Let's go intercept that if we can. Oh, nice. They picked off the tank. Yeah, it's definitely nice to have extra shield batteries. Yeah, look at this. This Air Force here.
Very well.
Do we have enough Phoenix, maybe, to deal with that now? It's hard to know. Another attack force coming in from the other side. Let's go deal with that first. We had another probe. Yeah, there he is.
Teleport successful.
Just gotta assume that everyone's handling business the way I asked them to. I can't watch every fight, you know. Let's come up here and clear out this area. We'll pick up whatever little minerals are here, but the idea is to intercept this carrier group, Titanic Warp Prism, and to get that Solarite. Because eventually it does come over here. And I'd rather not fight them all at once. Let's take this area on first. Let's go ahead and go over there. Production-wise, let's get some zealots, maybe.
This warrior awakens.
You require more Vespine gas. Intriguing.
Yeah, and they're going to that platform right now, so that's great.
I am the voice.
Or at least they're in the central platform right now. They should be going to this one in a moment.
Teleport successful. Teleport successful.
You require more. I am here.
All upgrades are done. This should be more than enough Phoenix to just nuke this. I mean, that's not a nothing group of units. I mean, carriers plus void rays. And then when you attack it, it drops and drops units on you. That's pretty scary stuff. Man, we lost a lot there.
It is done. I am warping the vessel's cargo aboard for further study.
Wow, we lost 2 monoliths. We probably need to come over here and support this.
Teleport successful.
Come over here. Let's rebuild. This might not be the best way to do it, or the most like cost-effective way is just to keep building these types of defenses. I would concede that, but it's pretty headache-free. They are attacking at a lot of different places on the map at once. Yeah, we lost so much. Yeah, I need extra probes. I'm not convinced that they were only coming from those little, like, warp prisms. Oh, that's a base. We probably want to just stay away from that. We could probably take on a base. But perhaps there's no reason we should.
Teleport successful.
Ah, I need more pylons. Wow.
For honor.
We meet the enemy in battle.
building. Oh wow, I didn't realize we were accidentally attacking this, but this is all we have left to do, I think. And it's GG. No real reason to mess around. We could very easily, I think, have destroyed both of those bases.
All 5 locks have been captured, Hierarch. The access way is opening.
It seems Amon's forces have drawn back. I sense only a great stillness from within the temple.
Then we have succeeded. It will not be long before we see what fate has in store for us.
So we got down one of the achievements. Ah, we had to destroy that thing in 10 minutes. Is that doable? Yes, it is. All we had to do, instead of building like the zealots and stuff we did in the beginning, we just would have built just mass-produced Phoenix. And then it would have been pretty easy, actually. We would have had, you know, 15 of them, something like that. Something in that general ballpark. Enough to take on the air forces that they had. Yeah, I could see that. You had to be a little careful with them, because you wouldn't want to, like, fly over certain areas where there were groups of enemies. But let's head back to base. If there's any type of cutscene and stuff, we'll watch it. We're not going to talk to anybody.
I'm afraid the Spear of Adun will not be able to assist you inside the temple. Please be careful, Hierarch.
Got it. But we do have more solar core stuff. Ah, we now have access to the 3rd tier. Interesting. So we could go up to the solar lance. Let's see. Stargates and robotics facilities can transform to utilize warp-in technology. Warp-in cooldowns are 20% faster than the original build times. So yeah, we've talked about this before. It makes it so that we can warp in our entire army, you know, at any place. And it's incredibly powerful. And it's something at some point that we're probably going to use. I still like the slow, but I would like to test this out as well. We could switch this and this. So now whenever we warp in a pylon for the same cost, we'll get 2 melee warriors and 2 ranged warriors. So, for the same cost. Identical cost, except now we get 4 free units. And losing the temporal field, we still get our orbital strike, which is, you know, similarly effective. I want to test out the solar lance for you guys. We just don't have the excess solarite right now. And as you can see, we've still got plenty to unlock. And there'll be a lot more passive stuff that we're going to unlock as well.
My warriors cannot aid me in the battle ahead. This burden is mine to bear.
But we do have another upgrade.
The starfighters have arrived, and they await your evaluation.
So we'll check this out first. So the Phoenix,
the skies await.
We're going to make them literally twice as effective. Which is just, it's insane. They can't pick up stuff like Colossi, Thors, but most armies, like, you'll just roll in with 10 of these, pick up 20 enemies, and just wipe them out. It's so good. Deals bonus damage. Okay, through the use of Solarite, characters improve the power management systems in our Phoenixes. Their graviton beams can now target multiple enemies without diverting power from weapons or propulsion. And then the other option is the Corsair, which is really cool. It's a throwback unit to OG StarCraft. Prevents enemies from attacking. Deals bonus damage to light units. Attacks deal area damage to air units. So, decommissioned shortly after the fall of Ire, the loss of the Golden Armada necessitates the redeployment of the Corsairs. Neresim pilots can channel their psionic power through the Corsairs' neutron emitters to inhibit enemy attacks. I'm gonna build them just to try them out. I think they can attack ground units, but I could be wrong. But their ability to like neutralize enemy anti-air, you know, turrets is pretty cool. And they look sick. So we'll test them out just for fun. Oh, did we have another assignment?
These purifiers have joined our army, Hierarch. It seems they are willing to serve you.
Oh, and under Stalkers. Oh, sweet. So we're slowly getting access to the next tier.
Where shall we march?
The Purifiers. Okay, these guys are awesome. And it's instead of the Dragoons and the Stalkers. So it creates a shade that increases damage to enemies it touches. Teleports to the shade after 10 seconds, deals bonus damage to light units. Several of our Templar have adopted the use of prototype Purifier Ordnance, refined by Karax. These weapons amplify psionic potential, allowing their self-taught adepts to project their minds for teleportation, while also weakening our enemies. So it's another kind of activatable thing. It's a little bit harder to use. If you aren't good at microing and using abilities, go with the Dragoons. If you've got a little bit of micro and you're kind of good with the Stalkers, you know, take the shield regeneration. But the Adepts are probably the hardest to use, but we'll test them out. I've got no problem testing them out. And we'll get other variants as we go through, and I think we'll even get other variants, which we're not going to talk about yet because spoilers. But yeah, guys.
Amon is beyond any foe we have faced. If we do not act soon, he will devastate the entire sector.
You're right. So without any further ado, y'all, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. It helps me out. All right, y'all. Later.